But nah, man. we
Yeah.
other than that, I've been kind of just chilling.
Yeah. Same here, bro. It's been chilling, working, and then like trying to squeeze in. Got a couple of projects in works, but I'm kind of building them slowly because it's like taking my time with them. You know, it's like when they drop, so I gotta go like the drafts are recorded, but now I gotta go in the studio and like record them so they're like ready to go. But yeah, man. Shoot. I will say I did get Nikki's experience. She shared her experience with me from Evolution. So I can report that. And the fact that she was actually sitting next to one of those informal fans.
She actually went.
Yes. So because what happened was I was intending to just do Saturday night's main event because I was thinking that and Bash, but then I saw that card for Bash and I was like, screw that, not doing it. I was like, that don't match the price at all. I was like, yeah, I'm good. I
We
was
might as well say it right now because I watched Bash back and I'm like, bro, this was just NXT
it would,
TV.
bro. It was like Cujo was so right. You could have just did that on a TV special. You did not need to do that at all, bro, because that was not a pay per view at all. I'm sitting there like, okay, like
Like,
nothing moved me.
I put it on just because I want to make sure I was caught up on everything, and I look back and I'm like, I could have just skipped this. Like
Yeah,
nothing happened outside of
nothing.
Ricky and Ethan.
Yeah, yeah, that was the only little bright spot. Like everything else was just like, what the heck is this, bro? This is like TV. This ain't even a show.
Even the tag match
Yeah.
with Blake and Jordan and Toxic Fatal Attraction, whatever they call it.
Yeah, might as well be that, bruh. I fell asleep on that dog.
And it was the main event.
Like I was not. Yes, and props to the lady. It was just like it didn't move me, so I just was I was asleep, bro. I'm catching up. Thing is, it's just the 6 hours taking me out, bro. Because I told Nikki, I was like, yo, this is why I never really show you AE like this. She's like, that would piss off. I said, yeah. Piss a hardcore wrestling fan.
She said that would legit
Like
piss me
6 hours?
off if it was.
Yes. She was like, wrestling should not be that long. Like she's like, that's EW. That's why I'm like, stick to WWE, you know, because you ain't ready for that life. Like, nah.
Yeah.
But bro, there was her and her girls ran into Trick Williams on the way to the superstore. And you know what's so funny? Now here's the thing. So she said that he looked like he was on a mission. So I'm gonna guess because it was Evolution. Lash was there, so he was obviously supporting this woman, right? So he probably was trying to find her, you know what I'm saying, or get to his spot to go, you know, support her or whatever. So she said they wanted to say, hey, maybe get a picture, but they knew respectfully enough to kind of let him go because he looked like he was on a mission to get where he had to go. But her homegirl, which my sister Jasmine, she's training, still learning about a lot of WWE. Like she doesn't know a lot of NXT yet. She just knows like most of the main roster guys and girls so far that she's learning. But when she saw Trick, she was like, I don't know who that man is, but he fine. And I was like, I told nigga, I said, that nigga ain't had no shirt on, did he? She's like, yeah, he didn't have a. I was like, I know that nigga don't never wear no shirt. It's cool. I was
To
like,
be
that's
fair, in Atlanta, I understand
yes,
the way this feeling because
agreed.
it's hot right now, and I'm tempted to do this podcast with no shirt on because it's that hot.
No, I feel you, bro. I feel you. The tank was almost about to come out, and I was like, nah, I'll throw the shirt on. It's unprofessional. So,
That's what I'm saying.
you know.
I can't do it. But speaking of being on a mission, might well go ahead,
Let's do it.
get the show started, do our thing,
Let's
and
do it.
let's get it going.
Yes, sir.
Feeling like GRESH Unleashed.
One time for the sickos. I'm all elite with the game from the get-go. Ain't full of no stardust, I'm a real nightmare, bruh. You can meet me at the crossroads. Business is booming, I feel like the Hurt Syndicate, and they tell me don't hurt anybody. I'm way too fly like Kevin, I could do this all night. Step back, it's a private party, I'm more dirty than dumb with the way I live. No saint like Ricky with the vibes I give. Looking at my watch, it's about that time. When I hit him with the toodles, it's a lot like Tiff. Might as well call me Tony, they don't even know that I'm timeless. AJ Francis, all I really know is first class. $1 million man, too priceless. You ain't even over. Shout out to my dogs like Bron. Baby, I'm a limit breaker. You're just a death rider. Can't rest in peace. I saved that for the Undertaker. Proceed with caution, but you ain't Naomi. Can't book the team. Your name must be Tony. IWC say you got to go. Hi-Lite Jermaine and GRESH Run It. Let's start the show. Cool kids step to the front. Cool kids. Too sweet sign for the click. Gotta give the people what they want. Gotta get eradicate quick. Yeah, I'm like Seth with the outfits. Coming in hot too live on your outlets. Running these streets like the prophets. Thank God for the new day. Can't stop it. Jay Uso with the yeet. Eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. Whole new swag with a price on the tag like Javon on the young OG. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level gotta increase. Bring your content on the daily. Feeling like GRESH Unleashed.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, baby mamas, baby daddies, and everybody in between. Welcome back to the GRESH Unleashed podcast. This is episode 126 of the show that brings you the good vibes to the best of our abilities. Joining you as always, the voice that does most, the purveyor of mischief, GRESH. And joining me as always is my guy, my main man, my right-hand man, my partner, and them representing the familia. He is none other than the voice of the Unleashed Anthem, and he has been here for the longest time, for the 6 years of the GRESH Unleashed podcast.
Hey.
He is none other than Mr. Hi-Lite Real. What's up, brother?
Hey, man. What's up, my brother? So listen, I guess we could say the streak gonna keep going, man, because you know, we got some news. We'll probably tell them later. You know, if we share that later, you know what I'm saying. If they haven't seen the news on OTS yet, but we'll let them know. You know. In the meantime, you know, I was like, hey, you know what? When one door currently closes, another one is always open. And shout out to for being a part of this thing, because it's just been a journey ever since. And happy to always be co-hosting with you, brother. You know, yeah.
6 years is crazy though. Like
it is.
The reason why I know it was 6 years because started this in 2019.
Crazy, bro.
Because I was tired of video games. Or I was burning out the first time, and then I stuck with it.
You did. You did.
Here we are. Went through 2 rebrands, and yeah,
bro.
The vibes were crazy back then, and the vibes are crazy now.
They are, bro. You remember when that AEW game first came out and it tried to revive your video game fandom until you were like, yeah, this game's trash.
Yeah.
Because we were like so hyped. Like, bro, we were like, yo, this game is going to like revive us and everything, right? And we just for sure thought, like, okay, this is different from 2K. We're going to be good. We both had it on the PlayStation. We were going to work on some content together. And then you were like, bro, don't even bother to play it, bro. It's trash. I was like, dang.
I was like, don't even waste your time. Don't even waste your time, because good God.
Yeah, bro.
Shit was horrible. Like, and it wasn't even the fact that it was horrible. It was like, yo. Well, their first mistake was not having a community creations. That was their first mistake. True. And then when you played when you actually created the cause, it was more beyond limited. And I'm like, yo, this ain't worth the price. And that's saying something. And I think I did a video on it too, where I was like, yo, pass for now, because maybe they'll fix it. Nope.
They never did. Yep. I remember that. It was your video, as a matter of fact, between yours and some of the ones that I saw a little bit before yours, because you were my final decision. Because I had the copy. I just never opened it till I saw your verdict. And I was like, okay, let me see what my partner say. And if he say completely no, I'm trading this mug in. Bruh. And when I saw you said pass for now, I could tell. I was like, that kind of means it's probably not going to get any better. And it never did. And I was just like, well, glad I dodged that.
I stopped playing it. I think I stopped playing it like almost 2 months in. If
Do you
that and
still
was
have
more.
it, or did you trade it in?
No, I digitally downloaded it, so I was stuck with it.
Oh, you
But it was on
stuck with.
PS4. It was before I got the PS5 anyway, so it's not
Mhm.
like it's not like like it was. And I think it was around the time I had most of these games I've been buying. I had a bonus at work, so in a
Okay.
way I didn't necessarily miss it, but at the same
Mhm.
time I was upset because I still paid for it.
Yeah, I would be too, bro. I saw that game for like nine. I think it was like $9 on Xbox one day, and I was just laughing because I was like, "Wow, how the mighty have fallen." $8.
I still haven't played that game. Hey
You and
man,
me both, bro. We
it's
we in the
okay.
same boat.
It's okay. It's okay. Just stick to 2K if that game ain't broken, because I'm still seeing that game is pretty much giving people a headache. And every time it's on sale, I keep forgetting to press the purchase button because I keep doing something else with my life.
No
And
facts, bro.
every time I see the online reception, I'm like, yo, I'm kind of glad that I waited.
Mm-hmm.
Because you see that they for one of the DLC packs, they basically replaced the celebrity person with El Grande Americano.
Are you kidding me? Oh
I saw that
wow.
on Twitter. I said, y'all ain't serious. Y'all had these people pay for Chad Gable and an alternate attire. That's what we doing.
Yeah. Yes. Unless they're giving you the Ludwig version too. God dang it.
Nah, they just giving the Chad Gable version. Just to say.
Oh, that's trash. Come on, 2K. Come on, 2K. Do
But
better, man.
what isn't trash and what we're gonna do better is bring in our brother Jermaine, representing Sister
Hey.
Sports, as well as the giant of the familia. What's up, brother?
Yes,
How y'all
sir.
brothers doing, man?
Man got the hat on.
Good,
You know he
good.
fresh. He got the
Yeah,
fresh cut.
yeah. Yeah, fresh cut. I'm about to be right behind you on that one, brother. I feel you. I was like, that boy got
Yeah,
that fresh cut.
it was beard reset time. So
For
went ahead and
sure.
got a fresh shave, had the beard reset. You got to do that every so often to get rid of like the wild hairs, little new growth split in. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when I used to have them long flowing locks and I had to like get the ends cut. I got to do
Uh-huh.
the same thing with the beard.
I keep forgetting you had hair.
Man, wait, my brother had locks too? What?
Well, I'm bullshit. I ain't.
Pit?
Man, hell no. I used to keep a fresh
Hey,
beard.
Jermaine, bro, with the beard game.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you with the beard. James Harden beard formula work.
I don't know what the hell James Harden do.
He got like a little a beard product, and I was wondering if anybody tried it.
Never used it.
That's
Really?
probably some bullshit.
Look at
Never used it. I don't want nothing he used because his beard is just it looks unkept and it look like nappy and it be looking dry and stuff. It don't look like he pick it out properly or nothing. So I don't want nothing James Harden use.
Hey Arnold's best friend?
Gerald.
Gerald. Yeah, his beard is like Gerald's hair.
Dang.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. I
So
never
yeah,
thought
if
of that.
anybody who know what I'm talking about, if you see the top of that man's head, woogie woogie, yeah, that's what his beard looked like.
Dang.
That's what it always looked like to me.
Dang, bro. I can't get that out of my head now.
Yeah,
Anytime
so
they
if you look,
show up, I'm like,
yeah, I want to say if you look at Gerald and then you pull up a picture of James Harden, you be like, that nigga is rocking that Gerald.
yo, that's crazy.
Matter of fact, I'm about to send y'all the website of the stuff that I use to the chat right now.
For
Yeah.
sure. For sure.
And while you doing that,
There you go.
y'all caught Saturday Night's Main Event?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
I know you took one for the team, Jermaine. So how did you? I watched it. I watched it on demand.
I'm surprised you actually went back and watched it, bro. I'm not gonna lie, because like at first I was like, Gresh is not about to go back and watch this.
Oh, don't ask me what happened on it. I watched it.
He said, "Oh, ask me what
Don't
happened."
ask me what happened. I did watch it. Just don't ask me to recall nothing.
I mean,
God forbid I remember anything.
Yeah. Like let's read. I stand on that business. Don't ask me what
Hey,
happened.
bro, that'd be like them late night YouTube sessions where you turn on like one of these podcasts on YouTube and you need something to just watch while you falling asleep. You know
mm-hmm,
what I'm saying? And you just turn something on.
Yes,
mm-hmm.
sir.
That's what that was for Gresh.
That's kind of like me with, because that's kind of me. Like I'll watch, I'll throw on some wrestling bios. The
Mhm.
Oh
Wrestling Bios
yeah.
YouTube channel, and I
Yeah,
Yup.
something like
Yup.
that, or like a shoot interview or something. It's got to be something to
some fun.
like.
It can't be too funny though, because if it's too funny, I'm gonna stay up extra, and then I ain't gonna go to sleep.
That's what they say.
Facts. Facts,
It got to
bro.
be like one of those extended, like in-depth biographies where they just telling me stuff that I already know, but I'm gonna pretend that I don't know.
Yes, yes, big time, big time.
And
Like
speaking
the
of pretend, you said what?
I was gonna say like the thousands and thousands of WCW documentaries.
Speaking speaking of WCW, Goldberg
Yes.
at his retirement match.
Oberg.
Yeah,
Okay.
Let me
It
just say
wasn't
this.
that bad.
It really wasn't, and I give William a hard time, but it wasn't actually that bad of a match. It was decent. It was tolerable. I'll say it was
Mm-hmm.
tolerable. It was
Mm-hmm.
I'll say tolerable to decent is what I'll classify it as. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely not one of those things where I'm like, oh, I can't wait to run that back. It's definitely not one
Mm-hmm.
of those, but it
Mm-hmm.
is something where it's like, you know what? If I should happen to go back and somebody was like, "Hey, bro, what did you really think of that match and this, that, or this part of that match or whatever?" And I'll go back and I'll like try to rewatch it or whatever if somebody asked me if I had some in-depth stuff to do or say about it. But just for the purposes of what we do
Mm-hmm.
here, I went ahead and took one for the team, watched it live and everything. And one thing I will
Mm-hmm.
say is they let him have his little shining moment to have his people out there to even brought back Doug Dillinger and everything, Ernest the Cat Miller and all those guys to run him down to the ring. Let him have his little speech after the match. And to put all that shit to bed because I heard him saying some stuff online earlier about it, like complaining about it or whatever. Like they wouldn't do that to Taker, they wouldn't do that. Hell no, they wouldn't do that to Taker or
I
Cena.
got,
They them two
I
of the
got.
dudes that's on the
I'm glad
Mount
you brought.
Rushmore
I'm about to say,
wrestling.
I'm glad you brought that up because I did get some cliff notes from
Mm-hmm.
that interview. So basically, Goldberg apologized to Gunther for laughing when he took a chop. So he basically no sold the chop and just bust out laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently,
They have a that I'm not gonna lie, that was a badass picture that they got of that.
yeah, it was.
That was a badass picture that they
Yeah.
got of that because whoever that photographer is, shout out to you because you caught a great moment. Even though he was a dickhead and didn't
Mm-hmm.
sell it, like you could tell, like midway through the match, he didn't have to no sell it because his chest looked like strawberry sorbet.
Yeah.
But that whole ending with the speech get that was a TV thing.
Oh
That was
yeah,
a TV
because
thing.
Yeah, it
he
was.
said he would have preferred his retirement match against Gunther to have been on a pay per view. He said they cut. He said this, and I quote because you know how he talked. 100%. Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. They cut me off in freaking 20 seconds with the microphone in my hand. For God's sake, I got 2 weeks before I can really spill the beans and make my feelings known about the entire rundown from the inception of the idea to its delivery. It was a little less than to be desired.
Oh well. I
Mm.
mean, bro, the thing is when you running stuff on TV, especially on national broadcast television, you have hard outs. And I know this from
Mm.
doing local and national radio. Local radio, the clock was loose. It was like, okay, if you hit your break, you hit your break. If not, your producer would like be like, hey, bro, we got to hit a break, or I'll just combine these two and y'all can go over or whatever. When you're on that national side of national
Mhm.
radio, no, you have hard outs and you have hard ends, and it's clocked for you. And either you're gonna hit it or the producer just gonna cut you off mid sentence. So it's up to you
Mhm.
to time everything out properly. Matches ran long and segments ran long and whatnot. Like, bruh, if you would have cut your match short by a couple minutes, you could have got your speech in.
And I actually listened to the speech
Hmm.
just out of curiosity after seeing it. Brother was spending time breathing a lot.
Because he could, bro, he was blown up. Like 5, 6 minutes into the match, he was blown up.
uh, Blown up, huh? According to a Bully Ray, apparently he's not blown up. Apparently that's just that is adrenaline and non-athletic people who've never done a thing in their life apparently think he's blown up. I know.
Hey, shout out to
I know,
Adrian for
Gresh.
that comment. One time for
I
Bret
know.
Hart. But let me tell you about bully
No, yeah,
shit
for real.
Ray, because
Yeah. Go ahead, brother. Go off.
if Goldberg wasn't blown up, why did Gunther go ahead and take the knee brace off and then take like a 2-minute lap around the ring parading around with the knee brace and everything else? If Goldberg wasn't blown up. And if he wasn't blown up, how come he didn't hop his ass out the ring and go get him when he went at his son? Since that's how all of this got started. But he wasn't blown up. Man, kiss my ass. Man,
That brother was blown up as soon as he walked out for his entrance, limping and shit.
Bro, he
Bruh,
was sweating
look.
like a pig in heat when he came out of the locker room. He probably was blown up trying to stretch and get that raggedy ass knee together so he could get into the ring.
Well,
because look, he's 58 and I'm over 40. I know what it's like when you be stretching and you hurt yourself or something. You know what I'm saying? I know what it's like. I mean, it's like, come on, bro. Like I walk around for a living. Like today, it was hot as hell. I ain't have enough water and everything. I was out there about to die. I'm like, whew, Lord, let this breeze come through. And all I'm doing is walking. So you 250, 60, 70 some pounds, and you wrestled another dude that's about your size, and you ain't wrestled in 5 years. Man, get the hell out of here talking about you wasn't blown up. Man, get your ass out of here.
Yeah, I don't know. I find it funny when some wrestlers will say that to try to defend those type of things. I'm like, so we're not athletic because we can tell what blown up means.
As someone who is
are you
athletic,
serious?
who does cardio every week, that nigga was blown up.
Listen, as a fellow old nigga, he was blown up.
Like, and it's okay to. That's the thing too. That's ego with Bully Ray talking. Like, it's okay to admit when you're blown up. I promise. Because I'll tell you right now, there's a few times where I be out of it sometimes, and I be like, yeah, it's time for me to wrap this up. I'm cooked,
bro.
Yeah, legit.
I'm not gonna lie. We was walking around today at work, and I just had to stand there for a second. And I was waiting for the guy I partner with. He was down the street. So I stood there underneath this tree while the breeze was blowing. And he was talking to a homeowner. I was like, hey, bro, I was standing here because I didn't know where to go next. He was like, oh, just keep. Oh, my bad. I ain't know. Shit.
Like, give me a minute. Hold up. Like, let me get this breeze right.
You gotta play it off quiet.
It's another reason why I stopped playing basketball, man. When I couldn't do the things that I used to be able to do on a basketball court, certain little things, I was like, nah, I'm done. Because ain't nobody about to sit up here and watch me and tell me you washed, or no, I seen him play before. He's not as good as he say he was, or whatever like that. Like, I know I cut it short so that way nobody could live and say they saw Jermaine play ball and Jermaine was washed, or they heard him talking shit about how good he was and they saw something different. No, man, cut it short. Like, have pride in yourself and your performance that you give, that you're gonna cut it short before you keep trying to extend it and get that one more. I just need it. No, man, let go of it. Go to rehab, dog.
Last comment before we move on. Goldberg was a backup offensive lineman for the Falcons for 3 years when they were ass. Why did that make him Atlanta's own? He don't have classes like T.I. Shout out
well, that is true. But in his defense, he also played ball at the University of Georgia. And I believe
that's the part people
exactly
forget.
That's the part that people forget. And when he trained, he was training at the Power Center there in Atlanta. So college football, a little bit of pro ball, and then not too long after pro ball, he was training in it. So he spent a lot of his time in Georgia. That's why.
And like you said, that infamous title moment beating Terry.
He's
in
Georgia
Atlanta,
adjacent.
So
we're just gonna make that clear.
Yeah.
Because he's originally from Oklahoma and made his home base out in Cali for a while, then moved to Texas.
Yep.
It's just like Roman.
Yeah, he's
with his ties to Georgia.
He's Georgia adjacent. He's not from Atlanta, but he's Georgia adjacent.
A lot more than James Cargill.
Yeah. Speaking of ties, the fuck they doing with this jelly roll shit?
Oof.
Have
All
mercy.
right. All I can really say is that this appears to be the new norm with celebrity appearances. That we've had this for so long. I mean, we've had it for years. But I guess, playing off the hottest who's who, it was Bad Bunny, it's Jelly Roll.
The way you're
You can
explaining
argue
this to
about
me
Travis
means you're
Scott.
not interested, brother.
I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say not interested, right? Because hey, here's the thing. I wasn't interested when it came to Bad Bunny, but look at what he ended up doing. He piqued my interest, man. He surprised me.
Yeah.
All
I'm not
right.
dismissing it. Like I bust out laughing when I saw the
Yeah.
graphic when they announced it. I was just like, what is happening? What is happening right now?
Bro,
But
I'll put it to you like this.
Yeah.
I'm nowhere near as interested in Jelly Roll's performance as I am Bad Bunny's. Because I knew Benito
Okay.
was small and athletic enough, and he really loves this stuff enough to put in the time and the dedication and whatnot. And we were hearing here he's putting in the work. With Jelly Roll, we heard he's putting in the work, but it's also like Jelly Roll just recently went through a huge weight loss transformation. So and I know this from speaking to people who have gone through that way. Like once you go through that, it take you a little bit get back used to your body being smaller and moving around and trying to do athletic stuff like that. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that or anything. I'm just saying like as a bigger dude who just lost some weight and whatnot, he's still like trying to get used to his body and moving around like that is what I'm guessing. And so I think it's going to be kind of awkward for him to try to do certain things, and he's gonna have to wrestle sort of like a stiffer big man's type of style of match. But I'm not gonna lie, one thing that gave me hope is how he sold the hell out of that Claymore kick.
oh yeah, he was spitting and everything. He's like, this is my moment.
Hey, there are professional wrestlers who've been wrestling for half their lives who can't sell like that.
Strange, right?
And I'm
Crazy.
telling you, we all between the three of us, we can name at least 5 each.
Oh yeah.
And
at least 10.
Thank you. That's one thing about doing stuff like this.
Some of them on TV right now.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Every week.
Yeah.
Every week.
Can't sell worth a damn.
And the thing is, bro, it's like selling is such a huge part of this business that people oftentimes lose it because they're looking for the spot in the moment. But when a celebrity can come in and do something better than people who have been doing it professionally for years and years and years, I got to give him his props on that. So that with that one move right there, the little choke slam, okay, cool. But it's like, bro, you got to bring more than that as far as your offense is concerned. But when you can sell like that, okay, you know what? You got me interested a little bit.
And they said, and the report saying that he was actually out there training. I think it was either Fightful or PW Insider, one of the two.
Yes.
So if he's training, I'm not mad at it. Like, I need people to understand just because I laugh at something doesn't mean I'm gatekeeping or whatever these people are saying. I'm laughing at it because it's like, oh, okay, I'm not interested in this, but he could surprise me when the bell rings. And then I'll be like, oh, that was cool. And I'm going to move right on. And it's not because I'm dismissive of it. It's because celebrity involvement isn't something that I'm going to rock and rave about. Like, you're not going to see me out here talking about, hey, put T.I. in there. Hey, put Kendrick and Drake in there. Like, seeing as they keep since their beef keeps coming up a year later. Like, you're not going to see me doing that. It's because it's like, hey, this is wrestling. Let the wrestlers wrestle that you're not really utilizing on TV. But at the same time, we're not going to act like they haven't been celebrity involvement since before I was even born.
Oh yeah.
So like it was a whole rock and wrestling era. It was a whole it was a whole celebrity guest host era. Like it was always celebrities involved. But it's like, and there's always some horrible celebrity matches. Like if it wasn't for I believe the one that I was not really fond of was Floyd and Big Show. And it was mainly because you can tell Floyd wasn't really trying.
Well, the other thing
Yeah.
too is with the whole David and Goliath thing.
Yeah.
Even though Floyd is a trained boxer, like if that was a real fight, Floyd would have he could have broke Big Show down, and if Big Show would have gotten a chance to grab him, he might have had a couple of broken ribs or something like that. But he could have really hurt Floyd.
I
So it's
think I saw
like,
somewhere where they said he was basically told not to even rough, like it was some limitations that they had to do
oh
because
no,
Mm-hmm.
they had to because Floyd was still in the middle of like the ascent of his career at that point.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he had gone from Pretty Boy Floyd to Money Mayweather a couple years prior. So once he
Mm-hmm.
made that transformation, that was his ascent to like boxing superstardom. So there were definitely some things where it was limited. But one thing I will give Big Show credit for is that that punch to the nose where he took to the face when he stooped down and let Floyd get him one good, that was legit.
Oh
And he
yeah.
told
Mm-hmm.
him, he was like, nah, go ahead and hit me because he was like, that's the only way we gonna sell this shit and make this shit real is if
Mm-hmm.
you really hit me like that. And Floyd was
Mm-hmm.
like, all right, I'm gonna hit you, but I'm gonna try not to like, just
Not
really
shatter your
like,
noise.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he had to lay into him a little bit, but it was like you could tell if you go back and watch that segment and boxing, you can see where he kind of pulled up a little bit, but he really connected.
Oh, he
And
connected with that first shot, but he pulled the rest of them.
that's why, and it's like you could see the way he did it and everything like that was legit. But I mean, let's just wait and see what Jelly Roll ends up
Oh, for
doing.
sure.
The interesting part about
Mm-hmm.
this to me is that is technically two celebrities involved in this match, even though we don't really consider Logan Paul a celebrity
At this
wrestler,
point,
quote unquote, at this point. So
But the irony of this is him of all people being like, "You don't belong here." You know,
that's why
that,
him.
Randy was pissed. He was like, "Hey, bro, let's keep a spade a spade. You don't belong here either."
right. And I love that they did that with Logan because that feeds into Logan's, asshole heelish character.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm that was a perfect way to sell it. My only thing is that you have a 44-year-old vet, I'm sorry, 45-year-old veteran now, I believe he is, that's gonna have to carry his team's part of the heavy lifting in this match.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really gonna be on Drew and Logan to like say, okay, we got to work with Randy, but we also got to work with Jelly Roll too.
I definitely
And
can map this out as Randy and Drew doing the heavy lifting, Logan
mm,
doing his part, and Jelly Roll doing the hot tag.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's probably how this is gonna be. And if they get Jelly Roll in there, he gonna get beat up a little bit. He gonna have to sell and crawl back to the corner or something, and tag Randy, and Randy gonna come in and wreck shop, and then they're gonna beat him down again, and then he gonna hot tag Jelly Roll in, and Jelly Roll probably gonna hit that choke slam on Logan somehow. Because we gonna get that choke slam out of
Oh,
Jelly
yeah.
Roll this match.
And the crowd gonna eat it up because
Oh,
it's too nice. It's too nice. Like, and that's another reason why I'm not dismissive of it because it's a 2-night SummerSlam, the very first. So
Mm-hmm.
they got 2 cars to fill up, and typically these 2 nights are, I believe, 6 matches. 6 or
Yeah.
7 matches.
between 5 and 6, yeah, it's
Yeah.
like 5 to 6, something like that, yeah.
So they got to give us a 12 match weekend. So you're
Mm-hmm.
going to get. I wouldn't be surprised if they throw in another celebrity match for night 2.
Yeah, that'll probably be Cardi.
But that's the thing though. I don't think we getting another celebrity match. I think this is gonna be it. I
I
don't
mean,
because we don't even have
I
time
mean,
to sell it or build it. And who would it be? And would they really? If we do get a celebrity thing, it may be Cardi B like slapping somebody. That's what I think we'll get. It'll be a
oh yeah, because she's supposed
confrontation.
to
She
host,
may
right?
slap somebody. Yes,
yeah, that's all.
that's what I
I'm
think we
telling
might get.
you, don't be surprised, man. She gonna
Oh,
get
yeah.
physical in some kind of way, cause
I can already see who she gonna slap.
Hey, y'all can forget about that Ms. George Kittle because George Kittle will be in the middle of training camp.
nah, facts.
I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Trust
speaking
me,
of
as a
speaking of
football guy,
selling,
I've had that training camp date circled.
Seth Rollins is injured
Oh,
again.
bruh. Say, bruh. Bruh. Like, it was one thing to hear about Adam Cole.
Oh
And
yeah.
to say that was really attributed to Kyle Fletcher's misgivings, like that really pissed me off.
They said he actually got injured during that trios match on Collision.
It's, it's hard to believe. I can believe it because he did finish that match with Kyle Fletcher and he looked okay. But with concussions, it's hard to tell. But like just to get the news about Adam Cole and then to see what happened to Seth and how it happened, I was just like, oh, come on, bruh. Like it wasn't and it was just like when he injured it against Kane on that house show. It was just another like routine every day. You do this move all the time, and his knee just gave out.
Paul George. Well, I'm glad he said Paul George and not D Rose because I'm tired of the D
Yeah.
Rose jokes. So thank
Say,
you,
bruh.
Marks with
Thank you
Mics,
for
for
the
saying
Paul
Paul
George.
George.
Thank you for the Paul
Because if
George
I hear
reference.
another D Rose knees joke, I was gonna snap, bro. I swear. Leave my
Say,
boy out of
bruh.
this. But
Like
anyways,
I'm not gonna lie, his knees are held together with like it ain't paper, it's at least gorilla tape.
Paper mache. You was about to say
No,
gorilla.
I wasn't gonna say paper. It's gorilla tape because it's a little bit stronger than paper mache. It's gonna hold up a little bit, but if you put too much stress on it, it's gonna
Yeah.
so
But
we for sure knew it was something with the knee off first reaction.
oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah.
You
As
could,
soon as he landed, he was like,
oh
ah.
brother,
Yeah.
listen. After being hurt myself and seeing family members get hurt and surgeries and rehabs and stuff like that, soon as he landed and he rolled to the outside, I was like, "Oh shit, this ain't good." Like I immediately knew like this is not good. This ain't good. And you can even tell when they told referee Jessica Carr to let LA Knight know because she heard from Seth. She got on the mic with backstage. She walked over to LA Knight. She walked back over to Seth. And it was right then and there. I was like, shit. Worst fear confirmed when I saw that little interaction right there because that's the communication. Like, hey, let him know we got to change the finish.
BFT, take it home.
Yeah, exactly. And LA Knight was you could tell he was pissed because of
Yeah.
how he reacted right after the match. He was like, fuck, this ain't how this was supposed to go. But
What? Yeah,
it is what it is.
that's a weird thing to be mad about though, in a way, because it was like, it in a way it gives you a win there because we knew you were gonna lose. And in a way, unfortunately, from that situation, it gave you a win. Now, I mean,
It
say
gave
what
you
you
a
will about it.
win, but
Yeah.
then Raw happened.
Yeah. Exactly.
And the thing
But you
is
knew that was going to CM Punk anyway. The moment I
No,
saw that
I'm
list.
talking about the way LA Knight was just eliminated. I was like, huh.
no, that's what I'm saying. And I think what happened in that Seth LA Knight match with Seth getting injured and the way it ended factored into that gauntlet match the next night. Because
Yeah.
we already knew we were gonna get that gauntlet match, but it was like, okay, if Seth is gonna be out 4 to 5, maybe 6 months, like they said, then what are we gonna do with this faction? Well, who's the next guy up? Well, Braun Breaker was supposed to be the next guy because that's how they were touting him when Seth was there. We just got to accelerate that time period now. So we got to make him look strong tonight and make him run through everybody. Pause. And then, that way we can at least CM Punk is going to get this, but we got to set Braun Breaker up to look right. Because that easily could have turned into Seth or whoever running in trying to help Braun Breaker and then getting disqualified, and now LA Knight advances in the gauntlet match and whatever else, and that helps continue their feud had Seth not been hurt. But because he got hurt, that's why I think they booked that gauntlet match the way it was to make Braun Breaker look strong.
True. Cam in the chat said he still has about a year on the contract though, and that is brilliant. It's almost like it couldn't happen a better time if it had to happen. I wouldn't say it like that, but I see what you're trying to say. Can do so much with that briefcase and Hangman holding it until Seth returns. Hopefully they don't go the Mr. Kennedy route when they find out the extent of his injury. Like the reason why I say that is because they panicked when Kennedy was injured and put the briefcase on edge. And then it came back a couple weeks later that it wasn't as serious and he could have just kept the briefcase.
With them doing that MRI and then reports coming out 4 to 5 months, maybe 6 months, we're looking at roughly mid or so November to mid January. And if we're looking mid November to mid January, we could be talking about as early as possibly Survivor Series if he's ahead of schedule,
Mm-hmm.
or sometime around as late as like Rumble time in Saudi. So somewhere in there, he could come back. Worst case scenario, it's about close to 9 months, and you're holding him out until Mania. But he
Yeah.
still would have at least a couple more months after Mania with his time with the briefcase. I say keep it on him. Let Heyman walk around with it this whole time to represent that, yes, we still have the Money in the Bank briefcase. Yes, still Seth Rollins still holds it. Yes, he has a full year's time before he can cash it in, and let it feed the story.
Yeah. And Plan B, I want to know what that situation would have been. Because remember, they was teasing a Plan B for Seth.
Plan B could still be operated. It, like you said, if Braun Breaker takes over, Plan
Mhm.
B could just rise up to like third, second in command. I guess. I guess third since Bronson's like right there.
Mhm. Yeah.
So the Ethan Page or Ricky Starks rumor, which now I don't even know because Ricky Starks freaking lost. So I'm just like, well,
And he's facing
then
Jasper Troy, the
yeah.
friendly ghost, next week.
Oh, I think I know why. Yeah, because of that little random cameo appearance in the middle of a match, which I was like, well, that was random. They
Hey
just
man,
letting this nigga run into anybody and just beat them up, huh?
listen, leave leave the monster alone. I like the monster.
I
I
like
like
the
him
mom
too.
too until he
Hey,
starts talking.
yeah.
Listen,
Well,
he need a little
he
more polish.
yeah, he need a little more polish. He need a little more polish. But he's still green on that department. He'll get better. But my
Yeah.
thing with him is just it's like why y'all keep booking him as this big old mean dude that just runs into anybody that runs into him wrong, he just beats him up and then starts a feud with him.
I look right at him. I'm like, bro, you look like the nicest dude in the world. You do not look believable as this pissed off individual. You just big.
Hey, you
Big
gotta
old emo.
understand though. You gotta understand. He literally, like, when you see him on the reality show LFG that first season and stuff, especially when it was talking about like when his baby was in ICU or NIC unit or whatever, and his
Mm,
girl or his wife or whatever.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he is a big soft dude, but he gets there because he was the one who wore his emotions on his sleeve.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
he was the one who came out firing when he told CM Punk, like, nah, bitch, like you were my childhood hero, and then you left. Like, I got beef with you for real. Like,
Mm.
he cut that fire ass promo. Like, he has it in him.
Yeah.
It just has to be brought out of him. And once you bring
Mm-hmm.
it out of him, he can bring it. But it's like he's got to remember, like, bro, you got to bring it there every single time. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's one of the things that Booker T was trying to convey to him. Like, and Undertaker was trying to say the same thing. Like, hey, bro, you got to bring that fire all the time. Let the people know who you are. Make them feel you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, it's like that because he's actually, like Gresh said, he's actually a nice dude. He's just a big old mean looking nigga. Like, when he can bring that big mean nigga, like, and show that big mean, like, hey, bring it. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like it comes and ebbs and flows. It doesn't come
Facts.
consistently enough. Pause.
Yeah.
That is so.
I just realized what I was saying.
Yeah.
That
Speaking
is
of
so.
things
My
being
bad.
consistent, is Jimmy Uso losing to Solo Sikoa.
Hey man.
Did this
Here's
match even move you? Because I think my bloodline fatigue forced me to not enjoy this.
That I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
okay. I'll put it this way. I enjoyed Jimmy. Not enough is being talked about with this, but Jimmy's been cooking a lot. Now there was someone, not gonna name this individual, but there was a certain someone that mentioned something saying that he is the better uh, wrestler, if you will, in terms of his brother Jay. Yet Jay has the better charisma. Yet if you put the two together, AEW, the Usos, it's like the perfect fusion. But when they're separate, it seems like Jimmy has the better wrestling ability and Jay has the better chemistry or the better charisma. Now, I don't know if you brothers agree with that, but
I already know who probably said that, and I'm gonna hate to say that I'm gonna have to kind of agree with him on that one because Jimmy has shown the better wrestling ability before Jay did. But
mm-hmm,
Jay always had like the charisma and everything, especially when he got the entrance and the yeet and all of that going and everything. Once he got that going, it was no turning back.
mm-hmm,
But if they let Jimmy's personality really come out and show what they which they have been doing since he's been solo,
mm-hmm.
no pun intended, pun intended. But like Jimmy he's the funniest one out of all of them. But low key,
True.
Solo is really starting to shine on his own
Mm-hmm,
as the leader of this new faction because Solo he really does have personality, and Solo takes that whole talking during the match.
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna mock your emotes and all of that kind of thing. Solo takes that to another level, bro. And that
It does.
dude, he's been so underrated post WrestleMania 40. He has been very underrated because I just think that people took him for granted and just took him like, oh well, he's the other brother, and they're just trying to make him shine because Roman isn't there and blah 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 blah. And it's like, no, bro, like Solo really got some juice to him if they just let him cook. Jimmy can really, and I'm gonna say it like this: low key, Jimmy he can be like sort of like the Natty of the men's division because Jimmy is good enough to have a good enough match with just about anybody they put him against and put them over and make them look good. Because
Mm-hmm,
that's why I can agree with old boy when he says that because Jimmy has had decent to good matches with a lot of different people.
mm-hmm,
Jay has proven that he can wrestle when he got with Gunther, especially at Mania. He proved
mm-hmm,
like, hey, I can actually go, but it had to be brought out of him. There
mm-hmm,
wasn't anybody that really brought that out of him. Jimmy has had to do that because he's had to make other people look good. So Jimmy has shown the better wrestling ability.
mm-hmm.
Jay was the one who was propped up to look like the next superstar. So Jay didn't really have to pull out all the wrestling tricks of the trade. But when you put it all together,
That's true.
bro, those guys are very talented. And I think that Jimmy and Solo don't get enough props for what they can do as far as the other stuff that they provide.
Hmm.
Word, word. I had to let y'all get that off your chest because, like I said, I'm bloodline fatigued, like a
What?
mug. So,
Wait, brother. Hold on. Time out. Wait. What do you mean bloodline fatigue? Don't you
Come on,
know they're
highlight.
MFTs,
nigga,
not the
they
bloodline?
nigga, they
My
all
family
wrestle,
tree.
nigga, they all wrestle the same. So imagine you literally are watching the exact same person. Because yes, Jimmy is stepping up wrestling wise, but it's like, okay, I'm gonna do a hip attack. Solo says, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do a hip attack too. I'm gonna do a super kick. You know what? I'm gonna do a super kick too. I'm gonna do a Samoan drop. I'm gonna do a Samoan drop too.
I'm gonna do a splash.
I'm gonna do a splash too. Like brother, they literally are wrestling the same. The only thing that Jimmy was doing different was a whisper in the wind to the outside.
Come on, bro. I mean, they got a lot of the same
Oh
moves.
well, he did a German suplex.
And the German
Oh yeah,
suplex.
yeah.
Congratulations. 2 moves.
Like they come on, Gresh.
Bravo.
Come on, Gresh. And see, I blame Highlight for this because Highlight did that on purpose because he set that up. Highlight couldn't wait. He was like, wait, there's more. I saw that look on his face when he got started. I
Hey
was
man.
like, it's like that Grinch gif where the Grinch just like turns and then he smiles and then the little thing goes.
Hey man, what's a little fun? Just a little fun.
Yeah. Yeah. But also that exact same day was AEW All In.
Hey,
Oh
bro.
boy.
All in Texas, which was capped off with I guess you could say the crowning of Hangman
Wow.
Adam
Hangman.
Page. Hangman.
Oh,
Hangman Page.
tell him how you really feel, Willow. Wow.
Yes, for those who are not watching it on video format, Willow posted out a tweet. F the
Bro.
Death Riders. All my homies adore anxious millennial cowboy Hangman Adam Page.
Bruh,
Or Hangman Page,
when I saw
as Jim
Willow
Ross said.
tweet that, I was like, bruh, you know this is big when Willow cussing.
Mm-hmm.
When you got Willow cussing in a tweet, bruh, like you gotta know Willow to know Willow don't talk like that. Not even in person. From people that I've known that have spoken with her on several different occasions. Like she don't even speak like that in person, but for her to tweet like that in all caps,
Bruh.
I was like, hey, let's go.
You know she said shiver me timbers after this.
No, you know what she said? Gosh darn it.
I shouldn't have said that. She was sitting next to somebody. She was like, I shouldn't have said that. No, keep it up.
Golly
you sure?
gosh.
Are you sure? Golly gee, I should not have said that.
No, Willow, you're okay. It's okay. You don't have to tweet and delete. It's fine. It's okay.
Everybody saw it at this point. Like everybody saw it. The main page don't retweet it. You're fine.
I see what you did there, Jermaine. I see you taking them shots at Ricochet. You know.
No, I wasn't even taking no shot at Ricochet. No, for real.
Like
for real. I wasn't even taking a shot at Ricochet. I was just saying, you know, like, you know how some people like they'll tweet stuff and then they'll be like, damn, that don't really work. Like, let me go ahead and delete that or whatever. Like people do that stuff. Even normal people do that same shit. Like I wasn't taking no shot at Ricochet for real.
Oh yeah, I do that sometimes too. I'll be like, yeah, that sounds stupid. Delete that.
Bruh.
Okay.
Like sometimes my filter be delayed. Like I'll be like, damn, I should have filtered that. Let me go ahead and delete that. Ain't nobody see it.
I think I've done that maybe a like I could count on one hand if I cut off my thumb how many times I probably done did that. Because I'd be like, oh well, it's out there now. Somebody probably already screenshotted it, bookmarked it, or something. So
no, as soon as I see a bookmark, my head is gone.
It's over with.
It's over with. Speaking of it's gone, I saw Mox die on Saturday in person.
Yeah,
bro. Okay, yeah. I had a back and forth with a homeboy of mine about that, and he was like, "Man, it wasn't even believable because he was sitting on the edge." And I was like, "Bro, go back and watch it. Do you not realize Hangman was also pulling on the chain at the same time?" I was like, I just think that you didn't like the way this match was overbooked. And what I did was I was like, okay, I said, let me tell you what this was. And I said, we all knew that this was coming. I said, this was going to be WrestleMania XL or WrestleMania 40 meets ECW. That's what this was going to be. Everybody saw this coming. So if you had a problem with how this match was going to go, you were, and we told him, we was like, hey, bro, if you had been watching like the build up to all of this, but you had to be watching the build up in order to get it, why it went like this. Same thing like when you watch Roman versus Cody and you saw that whole thing and how that got shifted and everything. You knew how that match was going to go, especially when Rock and Roman won night one. It's like, oh, it's bloodline rules, so we about to get 40 people in this match.
Oh yeah, and that's when I was like, yeah, it's about to be 40 of his cousins because there's a lot of them.
Bruh. I would never forget.
I was like, it's gonna be like 40 of these motherfuckers because it's like a lot of them. Like it was like, I'm pretty sure I was like, they're gonna bring in Zilla.
Bruh, Gresh was like, especially because Zilla and Jacob were in Philly for events. It was Zilla, it was Jacob. I want to say Lance was there too.
Was there? Yep.
Bro, even Big Sam. Simon, he was there. It was a couple other family members. It was a whole bunch of them that was there. And then when everybody got there that weekend and saw all the family members that was there, everybody was like, "Oh, they about to have a whole tribe come out against Cody."
They're gonna be the ancestors too. They're gonna put a hologram in the ring and have Umaga hit the Samoan Spike, and we're gonna see Cody Rhodes sell for a hologram.
You're gonna see a hologram of Rosie.
I
You
hate
know.
oh, you know what? Come on, dog. Stop it. Damn it. You niggas going too damn far now.
Hey man,
God
we had to sit
damn.
through a hologram of Paul Bearer in 2020.
Yokozuna.
Nothing is out of
You
the
know,
ordinary in
this show
WWE.
has gone off the rails when I'm the one telling y'all to chill out.
Hey man. What you mean? We just said the extended external
This is the kind
bloodline.
of
Hey,
show that we're having.
if
When
Star Wars can do it, they can do it. God dang it! If Star Wars can do it, they can do it.
Hey, bro, I'm not gonna lie
Oh
though.
my gosh!
Ever since they did that Tupac one, I've been like, you know what? That was a little bit too far. That was a little bit too real for me. That was a little
That
too real for
and
me.
AI.
This
That and AI are telling me that
oh my gosh.
it just tells you that this is we can't let people die. You know.
Bro, it's like come
But you know
on.
who wanted to die? Hangman Page, because he took a stump on a board of nails.
Oof.
Hey.
That board was thick. Those nails were. Oh my god! I was like, what the?
I thought he was gonna protect himself, but no, he literally just said, "Crunk."
If you like, I tried to go back and slow it down. He kind of protected himself, but he barely got his hand up. Like, I mean, like, barely got his hand up. But it was just one thing that I did learn about that, because I remember watching this. It was actually, I learned this from watching it was a magazine years ago. When they do a bed of nails, the reason why they have so many and put them so close together, because if you lay down or if you take like a proverbial back bump or whatever on it, it's not as bad as if they're more spaced out. But if you have more of them closer together, it's not as bad on, like, if you lay down on it or whatever. Like, because I saw like the thing that I remember seeing, there was like a guy and he would like lay down, would have people him or something like that, and then he would get up and show his back or whatever, like this little trick, this magic trick or whatever. And so when I saw Mox pull that out, and I've seen him pull it out before, same thing with those like the edges spike. Like, when you have them closer together, it's a little bit easier on you than if you have them more spread out and spread apart. So that was something I learned like years and years ago.
Okay, so then with Spike, when that hit on Moxley's back and he darn near had a hard time getting that thing off of his back, pulling his skin, that
Ain't
didn't
nothing you
look
could do
fun.
about that. Ain't nothing you could do about that. And like the craziest part about it is, through all of the stuff that we saw with the bed of nails and everything, the bloodiest spot came from the fork.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I was so gonna say forks.
yeah.
Man.
I was like that. I think that's the reason why I tweeted. I was like, bro, bleeding the hard way like that is crazy.
Hey, but this is the thing though. Like, when Tony Khan's talk about the sickos, Moxley is one of those sickos. And Moxley likes that shit. And Moxley don't mind bleeding the hard way. You know what I'm saying? He don't mind. Like,
True.
he actually wants to do it because it makes everything more believable. He's just one of those kind of guys where he's that old school throwback type of wrestler. Like, if I'm gonna get color, I want to get real color.
It's funny how I tweeted that, and Renee immediately after said, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, as she always does when he does something crazy like that. But it's funny that you said that, Jermaine, because the moment I think about that, all I think about is WrestleMania, and I'm just like, and this is what he wanted to do with Brock Lesnar, and yet no wonder Brock was like, "Yeah, nah, we ain't doing that."
Well,
I ain't finna get all that.
Let me tell you what's crazy though, because every time I hear that story, I think about that WrestleMania, because I was at WrestleMania 32 in Dallas. And then I think about 34 in New Orleans. I was at that one also, when he bust Roman up the hard way. And remember, if I'm not mistaken, in between those two, he had that one with Randy Orton at SummerSlam when him and Jericho got into it. Remember? So this is why, like, there's certain times where Brock will be open to that depending on the match and who it is. I think he wasn't feeling the whole Dean Ambrose thing in the beginning, and he didn't think Ambrose was a worthy enough opponent to say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna bust you open the hard way. We're gonna get color, da 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 da.
That, and he was prepping for the UFC match, so he was going half-ass anyway.
Bingo. He wasn't trying to do anything that was really gonna put him or his body into any jeopardy or anything like that. So, like, just those couple of things, like, and Randy Orton is like a future Hall of Famer. He came out of that same that 03-02 class with Brock. And at that time, Randy was still like one of the all-time greats, highly respected. So it was like, okay, cool. And then the whole thing with Roman, from what I understand at 34, it was like, bro, literally, I remember seeing that beach ball being thrown around, and we were more excited about the beach ball than we were the match.
No joke. That match was ass though. So.
No joke. No joke. But also shout out to Paige, because that was the weekend Paige retired. But that was also the weekend Paige kind of flirted with me and made me cheese, and the damn photographer caught it on camera. That's a story for another day, another time. I'll send that to the chat.
Okay, freaky boy.
Hey.
But now, I'm glad y'all brought up Nails and Edge, because Edge is back.
Yes.
Now, wait a minute.
I can't say I'm surprised by this one. I think I called this or something.
You did.
Didn't I say something about that in the predictions?
You did.
You did.
You did.
That should have counted for you.
Did.
Well, I won. That's
you
what
already won.
I won. So I guess.
Damn it.
Shout out to the guy that doesn't watch AEW as much as them.
Exactly.
Straight AEW wins.
I'm sitting here putting in work,
like
and you still winning by a half a damn point.
Hey man, you know I got the juice with AEW, man.
Bro, I feel like Razor Ramon, bro. Like, I'm good enough to make everybody look good, hold on to the Intercontinental title several times, but I ain't gonna never touch that world title.
Oh man. Hey, bro, chill out.
I'm Ted DiBiase.
Don't do the goat like
I'm gonna have to buy the belt from Andre.
Oh no. Gresh, go get this guy, man.
But no, man, you did call that, and I was not expecting it. And the funniest thing was, and Gresh tweeted this. Gresh was like, why he waiting and hitting all his emotes and hitting his pyro and everything?
Bro, that has been a theme all this year. Like, is this just the thing people are gonna do now? No. Are they just gonna come out to an entrance and just be like, yeah, I'm just doing, bro, like we already got on Penta doing that crap.
Oh yeah, when he hit his smooth operator and just
Exactly. Yeah. Meanwhile, CM Punk's getting
that was John Cena, which is even worse. To where Bronson Reed had to go down and be like, "Oh shit, let me keep going because he's taking too long." But that's not even bad. Jeff Hardy, he danced and he kept moving to the ring. Penta, that was like 30 seconds. This man ran to the side of the stage, which is a big stage, by the way. He ran to the side of the stage, ran halfway to the other side, then slowly walked to the middle and was like, all right, I still see you in trouble. Let me go ahead and rock my and then the pyro kept going. That was made it even more funny. It kept going. It wasn't a quick pyro. No, it just kept going. I'm like, dog.
Hey, bro.
And it unintentionally made Nick Wayne and them look goofy, because it's like, bro, the time that he was up there, you could have smashed his head in like 3 times.
Bro, the funniest thing was, though, he didn't run to the other side of the stage like he normally does.
He thought about it though.
The ones when he came to that middle, he was like, "Oh crap, I still gotta hit my pyro and this and that. God dang it, I can't run to the." He definitely thought about it. The only gripe I have with Gresh was that Gresh said Roman did the same thing last night. Roman did not aura form like Edge or Penta or Jeff Hardy.
He didn't aura form. However, Bronson could have kept going because he still hit the like he still did the intro. So it took him a while to get out there. Bronson could have just kept going.
It did.
Bro, just go ahead, keep going.
What happened? So Roman music hit when he probably pulled up in the truck and he got out. Hey, Roman here, hit his music because it's gonna take him a minute to walk to the ring.
No, I'm saying that's the reason why I always joke. That's the reason why I always joke about Roman, because ever since Survivor Series 2023, when he legitimately had them out there getting their ass beat, and he was like, "I am not coming out there until the beat drops." He's like, the beat gotta drop, and then he walked out there. I'm like, bruh, what? It was to the point where Drew was like, "Is he out here yet?" And it was in the camera. He's like, "Is he out here yet?" God, and Solo was like, "No," and hit me again. I'm like, bro, we hear them calling a spot because this man wants to wait till the beat drop.
Bro, you about to have me pull that shit up so I can watch it again just to see like how.
Hey man,
but no, like, it does happen. You know what I'm saying? It does happen, but it's just.
Oh no, Edge got it beat. Everybody beat. Like there's no topping.
Bruh.
There's no topping that. Like bro, you hit you came through the smoke, ran to the side of the stage, hit your pyro, and still walked after your pyro was done.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, it was,
which is all wild because you normally in that situation, revenge is on your mind. You got literally taken out brutally by two men in that ring. You should be laser focused and running and gunning, but of course, Edge is an older man, so he's like,
best you can get out of me is a jaw.
Exactly. So it's like, of course, he ain't gonna do that, but yet you got the same amount of energy to run across the stage. And then, like you said, he probably
was tired. We talking about Goldberg being gassed. As soon as he ran to the stage, he's like, hold on.
That's why he didn't run to the other side of the stage. It wasn't because it was like, oh, I gotta go save this fool.
He probably like, looked at the stage, was like,
when he got back to that middle of the stage, he looked down that ramp. He was like, wait a
minute. He looked like, you know how somebody be surveying damage. He'd be like,
that's a long way down there. I still gotta go all the way down there, and this is after I aura form my pyro.
Because if I go that way,
hell no.
No, he probably he looked there. He like, if I go that way and then come back, I'm still gonna be tired. And then when I go right there, like, yeah, let's just keep going. And he's like, I gotta do my pyro. He's like, they gave him the same power they gave Kevin Nash in WCW that one time. And they was like, he's still going. And then he walked up there. He's like, okay. All right, I'm catching my breath. Clothesline, double spear, and then he just said, I did it. I finally did it.
And wait,
it took you about 5-10 minutes, bro. You made the show longer. God damn it, we're already here 4 hours, and you out here aura farming. Get to the point.
Wait, and the funniest part was, if you notice, he was tired and blown up because he waited a minute before he picked up that mic, and then even after he picked up the mic, it took him a minute before he talked.
Bruh.
Go find yourself.
When he said that shit,
go find yourself.
Nigga. That's all you had to say? You could have texted him that shit. What the fuck?
Hey, bro.
His number? You got Jay's number?
We've all been there at work. When they call one of the meetings at work, he'd be like, man, this could have been an email. Or group text, group me, whatever the hell. Like, we could have posted this in the chat.
Bro.
What the fuck? We have a whole.
He said I had the aura form just to tell you 3 words. All right, bro. All right, nigga.
Hey, man, listen. I got to get my shit in, dog. It's in my contract. Like that snippet came out about who was it that Luke Gallows. He was talking about how Roman got tired of hearing somebody bitching and complaining about their plane seat or their plane ticket or whatever. And he was like, get it written in your contract. Edge got it written in his contract that when he comes out, he got to hit his pose and his pyro before he hits the ring. That's in his contract. It got to be in his contract, bro. That's the only thing. That's the only reason why I can explain it. I ain't got nothing else.
I have to accept that, because if it's not in his contract, I'm gonna be pissed. Nigga, we was here too long. You're in the middle of the show. Because Graham called that shit. He was like, "Hey, they just turned on him. Where's Edge?" And that man stood up. He said, "I told you." I'm like, "God damn it! All right, cool."
Gresh was probably like, "Damn, at first I had to hear from Hi-Lite on Tuesday. Now I'm hearing Graham telling me the same shit."
Same shit. And he came out here and then he did all that. And I'm like, all right, bro. And then on top of that, after he said that, he left Spike in the ring, walked to the back, like, all right, let's get some more aura off. Let's get the camera angles. Have Christian, look at me. Christian, look back at me. Look at me. Grab Spike, but I'm walking slowly. Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my lord.
Harness day. I'm like, okay, bro.
I said, bro, you doing too much. Chill out.
Let the Unks have one last little go around and then put both them niggas out the pasture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny how Edge is the one that needs Christian this time and not the other way around.
Ooh. Thank you for saying what needs to be said, god damn it. Thank you.
Yeah. What also need to be said and celebrated is Athena finally getting out of purgatory and getting the title shot in the future for the AEW Women's World Championship. I can tell you right now that pop she got when she won was part of relief and part because we was excited. Because we was nervous. I was nervous. I thought they were gonna bullshit me and give it to Megan Bain or something.
Nah, I figured that was gonna be Athena because they wanted the hometown, the home state pop. You know what I'm saying? They like they don't know how to transition her from being the forever ROW Women's Champion into main roster on AEW or to AEW or whatever in the title picture.
Oh, ROW.
And it's like, what do we do? Well, screw it. We'll just have her win the Casino Gauntlet match and still be the ROW Women's Champion.
Bro,
it's like we don't know what to do.
Brother. ROH.
That's the wrong promotion. That's the wrong promotion.
Whatever the fuck. You know, the developmental, whatever the hell. Shit.
Continue. I just had to rib you. My bad.
No, you should have let me keep going so it'd be even funnier. You shouldn't have stopped me.
This nigga
too damn
I said it twice.
You should have kept going. And look, if you would have kept going and started a counter, how many times I would have said it before I would have got it right? It would have really been funny. But no, y'all had to go and correct me. Next time, don't correct me. Let my dumb ass just sound stupid. But anyway, this is my problem with AEW is that, and this is why I kept fumbling it, is because AEW, sometimes they get their bookings like tripped up and they get to a point where they're like, oh shit, we don't know what to do. What do we do? Let's just do this. Okay, cool. Boom, do it. And it's like, bro, you could have smoother transitions in and out of stuff and in and out of storylines and title pictures and things like that if you just clean things up a little bit better. Like, they could have easily cost her the title, just like when Fatal Attraction got involved with the Stephanie Vakir thing with JC Jane, and then you had that. Oh shit, JC Jane is the NXT Women's Champion. What the hell? Like, I was pissed, and I wasn't expecting. I was like, "Why her big nose ass got the title?" And I was like, "Well, you know what? Stephanie is transitioning to the main roster, and they do need to put that belt on somebody to, hold it in place for Jordan Grace or Jada Parker or whoever they're going to Last Legend, whoever they're going to put it on next or whatever." So it's like, okay, cool. She's going to be our Iron Sheik for right now. And it's like, you could have had that moment for Athena a while back, but now that you got her in this position where she has an AEW Women's title shot in the future and she's still the ROH Women's Champion, now it's like, are you going to make her double champion? Is she going to lose her title while she holds this other title opportunity? Now that looks weird because it's like, how come you lost this title, but you still got this cash-in opportunity or whatever? So it's like, what they're doing next is what I'm most interested in, because I want to see, do they keep that title on her or how do they get it off of her in order to
They
push
might
her
pull a
into the
Joe.
thing.
I was gonna say, or Oscar.
No, that's what I mean. When Joe, because
What if
remember
they pull
he
it?
was television champion, he was like, "Yeah, I'm done with this."
Oh yeah, well I mean Oscar where they just make her, you know,
Well, that's what I mean.
relinquish it.
Like Joe did the same thing. He was like, "I'm done with this," because he moved on to the world title.
He literally just laid it down and was like, "Yeah, I'm done."
Yeah,
Yeah, but see, a lot of people didn't like the way that was done because that kind of disrespected the title. At least
Thank
with
you.
Oscar was like she got promoted, you know, because in a way with Athena, it's like you're getting promoted
Mhm.
in like on the show that people actually watch versus the one people don't. So it's like, yeah, just relinquish that title. Everybody who did watch Ring of Honor at least knows what you did with it.
word.
You know, yeah, let somebody
All
else,
two
you
of
know,
you.
do a tournament or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Dang, Gresh, you ain't have to do him like that,
Hey.
bruh. God, dog. Why you gotta say two?
See,
Okay, my
God
bad. My
dang,
bad.
man.
1.5. I forgot the midgets. My bad.
you know what? Oh, jeez. Oh man, bro, he about to make me pour another drink, bro. Like
Oh,
I can't take this.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Can't take this.
yeah. I know, man.
But also, speaking of champions, Mercedes Moné finally lost.
I thought she had creative
I blame
control.
Graham. I blame Graham. It's your fault, Graham. You showed up. You continued the jinx. You continued the jinx.
Bro, I told him that immediately when it happened. He gave me the side eye like he wanted to slap me, but then he remembered. But then he remembered. He was like, "Wait a minute, this is my brother. I can't physically assault him."
Bro, y'all are terrible tonight, but I love it.
He almost blacked out. He was like, "Hold on, like what this nigga just said to me." He thought about it. He thought about it.
Hey, bro. Oh my god.
I was like, I kept listening. He's just like,
Oh
man, I want
man,
to do it. I want to do the
bro. Now
CEO.
now see
CEO.
Thursday. I'm gonna have to put the AirPods in while I finish up my shift because I'm gonna have to hear Graham on the Hey,
he went
I
through it on
apologize to
Saturday.
whoever
He
I'm
went through
working
it.
with on Thursday because I promise I'm gonna have to listen to the first part of that show while we finish our show. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
He definitely went through
Absolutely.
it. He went through it. But yeah, Tony Storm is still the AEW Women's World Champion. So
But you know what though? In all seriousness, right call. Right
oh yeah.
call. Because like I've been and the only reason why I say right call is because I was the one who way before this was saying, hey, start taking some of them titles, take that TBS title off of Mercedes and like have her lose it, or have her lose to Athena in the Owen and have her start that slide, that you know what the hell is going on. I'm the CEO, blah blah blah. How am I losing all these men? Like start that slide, because sometimes when you have a person who's riding that high and then they lose and it kind of messes with their confidence or whatever. This is why I didn't like the fact that they put the title back on Gunther so fast, because you didn't let him fall off far enough to where you put the title back on him,
Mm-hmm.
back up on that high. Let him slide a little bit. Let that chinks in his armor show a little bit. Same thing with Mercedes. I mean, Tony already had her part where she completely flipped the script and flipped character and changed it to like a rookie or whatever, and had a couple of months run where she was, oh, I'm a rookie. I'm new to this. Hey, hi, nice to meet you. Oh my God. That's why she was winning every match by roll up. Y'all have to understand the psychology behind this shit, and it tells a deeper story when she flipped character and then she boom immediately switched back to Timeless Tony. Like you gotta be willing to
Mm-hmm.
go on the ride. You gotta be willing to let them cook. Everybody want TV dinners and Hungry Man meals and stuff like that. You know what? Sometimes, like I'll admit it, I know how to make crawfish etouffee from scratch. I know how to make gumbo and stuff from scratch. I could do all of that. And red beans, all of that. It don't take me no time. I could do it because I was taught that. But at the same time, time is money. And I don't have time to do that all the time. So what I'll do is I'll use a mix, or I'll use a this or that, or the instant pot or whatever to speed up the process. But at the same time, it's gonna come out tasting exactly like it was if I stood over that stove for 4 or 5 hours. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you can hot shot a few or a character or development or whatever, and sometimes you can't. Sometimes you just gotta let it cook. Let this thing cook and
I
stop
saw
always looking for the quick shit.
I saw in the chat they ain't letting her drop the title until she beats Jade record. That's 508 days.
Bro, Jade held a mid card title that long. They don't give a damn about her holding the TBS title 500 days. Don't nobody care about that. Because if we really want to talk about it, that ROH world title that Athena is on right now carries more weight than Jade's TBS title run that she's on. Because Athena has wrestled way more matches than Jade has, and she holds a world title for a promotion, not a mid card title. So, what are we really talking about?
I mean, Mercedes right now is at 411. So she could that could be
But
the TBS title could be the last title she loses, but she definitely needs to go on a spiral where she's losing
yeah.
every title. And then the TBS title could be the last one.
Hey,
To where
Chris,
to where she gets desperate and be like, I gotta keep at least I gotta keep this one. And then have somebody take it from her.
bro, they can definitely do that. Like, I just want to see them cook and see what they do with her character after she lost this match. Like, that's what I'm really most interested in, is the direction that they start to take her character in after this, and where do they go with Tony and everything. And now Athena is on the horizon supposedly for her. So it's like this women's division is cooking right now. But hey, Christian, hit me up on Twitter, bro. DM me, send me a message or something like that, and I'll be more than willing. Like, we could FaceTime dad and we could get him right so he can make a better gumbo, dog. Like, I don't want people out there eating bad gumbo. Like, hit me up. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
literally just walked like my homegirl through how to make a roux and everything like this past weekend, and she killed it, nailed it, and then like her husband and everything, they loved it. She showed me pictures and everything. Like, trust me, bro, I'll help you get you right. Like, we can't have you out here having bad gumbo.
Speaking of getting
Mm-hmm.
right, a lot of people feel like this was the right outcome. Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay defeating the Young Bucks
Yeah,
to
yeah.
where they it's weird because now they have them listed on the website as the new EVPs. And I'm
The
like,
thing
that's fucking stupid.
Which they said they
the
didn't
thing that
want.
I like about this is that it coincides with Hangman winning. So it's like it's basically a change of the guard for AEW. And instead
Mm-hmm.
of having the heels involved and the heels like running everything, now everything should be more fair and balanced because the baby faces are in charge or have the power or whatever. So my
Mm-hmm.
interest comes in with this is, where do Swerve and Osprey play a part in the title picture for themselves now that they have EVP power? Where do they place Darby at when Darby came back to make the save?
Mm-hmm.
How does different factors factor into, what they're doing? Um, like that look, and this is why I was saying that the reason why uh Stefan didn't come in and help them earlier is because I already knew his entrance into that match was gonna have to be dramatic, because him and Hangman have real
Mm-hmm.
beef with each other. And Billy Goat had been trying to get him on board all along to help out with this. Like, hey, this is the right thing to do. This is the right guy to do it because he has the opportunity. Let's get behind him and help him. So when I saw that, I was kind of like, mm, it would be great if they lost and they couldn't challenge for the title for a year. That would set Billy Goat up perfectly for All In next year in London to have a title shot. Swerve could be pissed at him, and that could set up a feud between the two of them that can go on for a little while. But the way they book this, it's like, okay, cool. Now we got a different direction to go in. It opens up the avenues as to the possibilities of what they can do booking going forward. So I'm interested to see where they go with this one as well.
Oh yeah.
Side note, and Gresh, you can probably give your experience because you were there live. Why the hell can't AEW do special live entrances, right?
Brother, I already said that. They can never. The reason why they can never get it right is because for some reason,
I already know he
whoever is in charge of production doesn't think, hey, we're going to have a live rapper. Hey, we're going to have a live singer. Let's remove the verse so it doesn't delay in the performance.
Thank you.
Because
Bro,
when the Hurt Syndicate came out for their entrance, they were off.
yes. And
The
MVP's
song
mic
was
was
going
way too low.
No, that's the thing. MVP Mike was live, but he
I
was
know.
nervous because he couldn't hear himself. They
Bruh.
didn't give them in-ear monitors. So whoever's in charge of production, they didn't have in-ear monitors on staff to where they're wireless, so you can legitimately just give them their own mix in their headset.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it done in stadiums. I've seen it done in cathedrals. It can be done. And they just don't remove the vocals, because the reason why I say you remove the vocals is because however they record in studio does not sound the same when they're live.
Thank you. Thank you.
So so when you heard, like, by the time who was that who was rapping with MVP? I forgot his name.
Smoke Dizza and
Yeah, it was Smoke Dizza. He raps the first and second verse, I think.
Okay, Smoke. So yeah, when Smoke was rapping,
does the hook, and then MVP comes in with that last verse.
Gotcha. When Smoke came in, by the time he was done, the hook already started back. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you take the verse out so that way all they have is the instrumental, and then when they start hearing it, they can just cut it off, wrap it up, and it actually sounds good. And JoJo was actually, I was confused because they didn't put the camera on her at first. I thought it was Samantha.
You know what? It kind of did look like that, and I thought I was the only one, so I didn't say anything.
I thought it was Samantha at first, and then when the camera got closer and I saw it was a whole bunch of headspace, I'm like, yeah, that's JoJo.
That very first like wide shot from the opening, like the opening lines or lyrics or whatever, I thought the same thing, Gresh.
They did, and I think I saw a video of them harmonizing together, so they sound similar. So
yes.
If I didn't, and then for some reason in the arena we didn't see the graphic, so they didn't put JoJo Offerman on there.
The only difference is you have to really be paying attention because they also have the same kind of hair.
Yeah,
Samantha is lighter and I want to say a little bit taller and slimmer, whereas JoJo is a little bit shorter, a little bit darker, and a little bit thicker.
Rest in peace, OG, but yeah,
you can't go wrong with either one. I tell you that.
I was like, brother,
hey, bro, let me tell you something. Let me tell you
go
something.
wrong with either one of them.
One of the overarching themes, and we had a whole bunch of wrestling to consume and talk about, review or whatever. But one overarching theme of this weekend that I'm not gonna lie, that I wanted to just make sure I brought it to the table, make sure y'all felt the same way. Thank God for black women, bro. I just gotta give it up for God for black women. Because Lord have mercy, he put his foot in it when he made some black women. Lord Jesus.
The Lord is my shepherd. He know what I want.
He know what I want.
But man, but looks aside, yeah, her performance was actually good. Like, and she was one of the rare exceptions for this weekend where the performance actually synced with with the delivery. So I give them probably they could never get the live performances right, and it's mainly because whoever is in charge of organizing everything don't know what the fuck they're doing. But also what they may not, I don't know what they're doing over there in AEW is Dustin Rhodes is the
okay. Wait. Normally I would have been pissed about this because
I wasn't pissed. I was confused.
The thing was, when you look at the match, the way it was set up for Cole and Fletcher, right? Either way, people would have been happy with it, right? Crowd would have went home happy. You got Cole is obviously out again, possibly career threatening, and again, like it just really it really hurts because I like that little dude. and I know I'm saying little dude. I'm not like trying to knock him or nothing like that, but that motherfucker can wrestle. And like Adam Cole is one of the best technical wrestlers of this generation. And I really hate seeing him go out like this. And I really hope that he can come back. And even if he can't come back, I know his contributions to this industry moving forward will be like tenfold, because there are a ton of wrestlers coming up like Daniel Garcia's and Lee Moriarty's and guys like that have that style and that ability that can carry that torch forward. But just him not being able to compete, not being cleared and everything, bro, like that really was a kick to the nuts, to be honest with you. But the only reason why they put it on Dustin was to get that hometown, home state pop.
Yeah,
that is the only reason why I can see they did what they did, is because technically it should have been Kyle Fletcher that gone over, and you put that title on him, and then you start his ascent into that main event scene or whatever. Okay,
that's probably they're probably going to do that. That's probably why they didn't have him get pinned.
and again, it's like, again, another reason that I have problems with AEW is like, okay, so we thought, like, exactly, I thought Fletcher was going to win it too. I thought he deserved it as well. But it's like sometimes AEW books themselves into a corner, and then they cut the branch, and then they fall off with the branch because they're cutting it on the wrong side. It's like, okay, you're not going to put the title on him. Well, are you going to elevate him to that main event scene now? Because he didn't get the title when we thought he was going to get the title when he wrestled Cole. So you put it on Dustin when you could have put it on him. Now what you gonna do with Kyle?
True.
And it's like they aren't gonna take the title off of Hangman anytime soon. So are you gonna have Kyle in that main event scene or elevating to that main event scene? Like, what are you gonna do with him now if you didn't put that title on him then? So it's, to me, it's like they book themselves into corners like this, and it's like, I don't get it. I don't understand. But you know what? I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna watch and I'm gonna absorb and see what happens.
That's where I'm at, because when I was there, I was like I wasn't one of them who jumped up cheering when he won. I was just like, oh, that's what we're doing.
That's what we doing.
Oh, okay. I just said, oh, okay, and I just dropped my power rate. I just like, oh, okay, and I just dropped my drunk, and they're like, all right, what's next? Like, I wasn't upset. I was just like, oh.
Even more interesting was the fact you had another person pointing out, these folks wrestled in the pre-show. Why the heck did you randomly decide to put them in this match to begin with?
Well,
I told Graham, I said, you can tell that it was a panic. It was more so like that's all they had. That's all who they had there, and it was like, you do you want to do it again? Third time the charm, and then it was like, okay.
Also, if you notice, remember, I'll call back to my AEW pay-per-view theory. Every match is at least 10 to 12 minutes or more. The only match on that card that was less than 10 minutes was that match that Dustin and Sammy were involved in on the pre-show. Because they were going to be in this match. In this fatal 4-way match.
Yep, that was 7 minutes.
Okay.
That match was 7 minutes and 15 seconds.
And I'm still mad that I didn't get I'm still mad I didn't get Kevin Von Erich doing the claw. I was eating my food. I didn't get to record him doing the claw.
Oh,
dang it.
I was eating my food. I was like, damn.
Hey, bro, like
because my uncle always, when I was a kid, my uncle used to always like the claw, like he would just randomly say the claw, and I didn't know what he meant because I didn't know too much about the Von Erichs when I was little. I just know he knew his history, but I didn't. So that would have been cool to like, hey, look, I saw the claw in person. So,
bro, it started with their daddy. It started with their daddy. And then they got passed along. And I'm glad Kevin is keeping it alive, and him and his boys are, trying to bring it to this newer generation.
Heck yeah, man.
True. But hey, I'm not losing sleep over that. And also, I'm not losing sleep over the fact that Okada is your new AEW Unified Champion.
Say, bro.
Why?
I can tell Highlight is a little upset at this.
I'm not upset at the outcome. I'm upset at why the hell is he? What do you make a new belt for to still carry two other belts for? Now this nigga gonna carry down 3 belts.
Yeah.
No,
Three
bro. He's
belts.
only gonna carry the one belt.
Where? Since
He's
when?
only gonna carry the one belt, the new belt that they
You
made.
sure about that?
Yes,
All
that's what
right.
they
So if
did
I
it
see 3 belts
for.
on Wednesday, I swear on everything, Jermaine. I swear on everything. If I see 3 belts, we're gonna have a problem. Cause I'm gonna be like, bruh, I don't ever want to see no unification title if you got 2 other belts. Cause
That
what was
would
the
be
point of the new one?
Bruh, I'm
that would
Why?
telling
be
you.
that would be excessive, and that would be a similar situation when Roman Reigns got introduced the gold undisputed championship, and Paul Heyman was still carrying the 2 belts.
Yes. Yes.
So you know what?
Yes.
I know you're gonna be upset about this, but Don Callis has the opportunity to do the funniest thing.
Oh no.
I already knew he was going there.
Oh, Gresh, don't do it. Don't do me like
He
that,
has the
Gresh.
opportunity to do the funniest thing
Don't do me
and
like
just
that,
come out
Gresh.
here with just carry both belts.
No.
Bruh, y'all need to
Please
chill
don't.
out.
Please don't. Please don't.
Cut y'all mics off, damn it.
I'm just saying, like, but I honestly, Joseph, I do agree. Like, I feel like if you're gonna go all the way with this unified, just
Gosh,
have one belt and call it a day.
Mhm.
I I
that's
still don't understand like I understand why they want to do it, but at the same time, it doesn't make it any less goofy because it's like you're going to have this unified title, but you're going to also continue the lineage of the international and the continental. So Okada, his continental reign continues, and he's the new international champion as well.
but it's the way it works is, and what I read is that they're combining those two titles and they want this to be like world title adjacent. Like they want it to be not necessarily a mid card title, but a like a secondary, like almost like you have like the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and then you have the World Heavyweight Championship. Like this is like the World Heavyweight Championship.
This would work if people took Collision seriously, because why would you have a world title and a world title adjacent on the same show?
This,
Mhm.
this is why I said they needed to combine those titles, yes, to consolidate how many titles they have. But at the same time, you can't make this a world title adjacent, like you said, Gresh, unless people take the other show seriously and you put a champion on that other show.
Mm-hmm.
It just won't happen. So, it again, it's more of like I said. Sometimes they have really great ideas and they paint these perfect pictures, and then it's like, okay, now what?
Yeah.
Mm.
And we get stuck there, and it's like, let's do this then.
Yeah.
It's too much of that kind of booking, and that's the part that frustrates me about AEW is that they'll have something really cool and they'll bring it into a really good direction, and then once the plan gets executed, it's like, okay, now what? Now where do we go from here? And they don't always have that figured out, and that's the part that frustrates me sometimes about the product.
It's true.
Good point.
Last tidbit before we switch gears. MJF is the Casino Gauntlet winner for the men.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We heard
you're
people.
welcome.
We heard people.
I
Hey,
know.
bro. Like, I mean, I guess he win the
But
motherfucker every year.
they made it obvious though. I mean, based off those options, who
Every year,
else was gonna
bro.
All
win
the
that?
people that was up in there.
But bro, every year though,
And a
Did he
beardless
win
Juice
last year?
Robinson.
bro, he win the ring or he win the gauntlet match. It's one of the fucking two. He always wins something that puts him in the title picture
True.
Good
every
point.
year, and it's just like, okay, bro, like we get it. You want to push him, and we get it. You want to keep him in the main event picture, but it's like, at what point does he get his comeuppance? Like, at what point do we like knock him down a peg or whatever? Like, do you just keep constantly feeding him or whatever just because you paying him what you paying him now?
The only way they'll knock him down the peg is when he gets injured, because that's the only time we saw him not in prominent.
Obviously.
Somebody's microphone is clipped.
Oh, it's probably me, y'all. Hold on.
Yeah, we're good.
But no, it's just like it's like you said, Gresh, is the only time he's ever been knocked down a peg is when he's hurt. And it's like,
I looked at the history of the gauntlet match, and MJF only won one gauntlet match. It was Will Ospreay.
no, but I'm talking about the other one, the battle royal for the ring.
The battle royal one.
That basically means the exact same thing as the casino gauntlet match.
The Dynamite Diamond Ring.
Thank you. There we go. I can't keep up because they got so many damn titles and casino gauntlet matches and the Dynamite Diamond Ring.
And that's the thing about the Dynamite Diamond Ring. The Dynamite Diamond Ring is just an accessory. It's not even adjacent to a title. It's just
straight up.
Hey, I got this expensive $15,000 ring. Here you go.
Straight up prop.
But it's another thing to separate MJF from the rest of the pack, is what I mean by it.
True.
And it's like you constantly put him in those positions to constantly separate him from the pack. It's like, we get it. Now what? What are you going to do with him but outside of that one title reign that he had? That some people say it was it wasn't all that.
It was good until the end.
Yeah, it's like, okay, now what? Now what are you going to do? Like, I want to see where this goes, but at the same time, it's almost like I'm getting a little bit tired of them just constantly putting him to the front of the line.
No, I'm gonna tell you what it is. You're fatigued with MJF because his character has not changed.
It's been the same shit. He cuts the same promos. He does the same thing.
Guaranteed to insult you in some kind of deep way.
It's like missionary position every night.
Oh yeah, fits him so perfectly.
I can't wait until he gets his B Rabbit, because MJF is definitely Clarence.
Oh yeah,
he 100%. Needs a B Rabbit.
Yeah. But speaking of props, that was AEW All In. It was a fun experience overall. Like it was just long. Just long. But hey man, I'm not mad too mad at the experience. I got the link with some people linked up with Sloan, linked up with Keeks, linked up with Drip. Like everybody linked up with over at the Grapsity. So like it was everybody who was there, like Adrian Hernandez, we saw him earlier in the chat.
Yeah,
like, it was
man,
fun.
I saw y'all with them too, bro.
Yeah,
I love seeing everybody see each other, bro. And like, I was damn tired from work. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even volunteer to work this past Saturday. I was just like, nope. I'm about to sit my black ass home. I'm gonna soak in the tub. I'm gonna pour me a drink. Put some Epsom salt, some green rubbing alcohol in this tub. I'm gonna turn the jets on, and I'm gonna recover because I'm old and I'm hurt and I'm tired. But I enjoy seeing y'all having fun.
We also saw Superman this weekend. I enjoyed the movie. It was fun.
I gotta go watch it.
Gotta go watch it.
No spoilers, no spoilers from me, but I'm saying it was a good experience. And we saw it at a movie theater where they was attempting to like give you a 3D experience to where an extended experience. Like they was extending they used like 10 8K projectors to like extend it across the whole wall. But hey man.
I'm about to see it.
Sloan said, "Who's some people with you?" That was Keeks and her dude Drip. Keeks is an affiliate with Public Enemies. She was before she stepped away because she was just tired. But speaking of Drip, Naomi is dripped out in gold. She is the new Women's World Championship.
Hey,
well deserved.
Again, thank God for black women.
So many levels.
This was the new. This is the lady heist of the century.
Bro.
Yeah, I love it.
Bro, when her music hit, I wish somebody had like I wanna go back and search Twitter for crowd video because that pop even on TV was insane.
I'm coming. I'm like, whoa.
I tell you what,
Bro, that pop on TV was nuts.
my girl and them were there. I'm gonna see if I can get one of them. I know one of them caught it on video. One of them probably did. I'm gonna see.
Bro. Oh,
I'm gonna
bro,
see.
please tell me you got that. Please
I'm
tell me
gonna
they
check with her. I'm gonna
because
check with her and find out.
I need to see like the in arena like reaction to that shit because bro, like on
Mm-hmm.
TV, and I didn't even have like because I think my daughter was like laying down or whatever because she had work that day or whatever, and like I was tired, I was trying to rest myself,
Mm-hmm.
and I was sore and everything else from this past week of work, bruh. When her music hit, I was like, oh shit. Bro, I jumped up and I damn near tripped because I had the ottoman in front of me. I had my feet stretched out and everything else. And I felt, whoa, hold on. About to hurt myself. About to hurt myself.
Oh
Wait a
my
minute.
god,
Bro,
this guy.
like I literally jumped up and almost fell because I was that excited. And then when I'm literally standing on my feet like a little kid, like, oh, she about to cash in. Is she really gonna cash in though? And I was about to sit back down. I was like, "Oh no, wait, she really cashing in,
Mm-hmm.
bruh." Like I was legit like that. It really got me like that. Like I was that excited for her because to know her whole story, like when she came in, where she came from, and what she did and what she provided, and then meeting her husband, walking out and everything, and then seeing her this past year at Wale Mania in Vegas and everything, and her character switch and everything. Like, bro, like everybody loves Naomi, and that was one of the tweets that I read. I want to say it was yesterday or today. Was like the backstage vibe is everybody's very happy for her because she's one of the most loved and respected superstars. Period. Not women, but one of the
Mm-hmm.
most loved and respected superstars. Period. That they got.
I
Mm-hmm.
And
believe I saw Adrian ask her a question at the post show
he
her
did.
about basically seeing where she came from, her impact, like, and like she was like, I like to see her get emotional the entire press conference. You can tell that was Trinity and not no, because
Exact.
it's only so much character work that she tries to stay in character, but after a while,
Mm-hmm.
the waterworks take over, and she be like, all right, yeah, what's up?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Bro, and I want to say, I can't remember what Queen Steph Hardy had asked her too, because I remember Steph had asked her a question as well. But it was, bro, it was just, bro, just seeing her cash in and hold that title up like that, man. Like I was happy for her, and not just as a woman, not just as a black woman, but just her as a person, like who she is and what she's represented and how she's persevered through her years of her career and how she's
Mm-hmm.
just always gone about her business. And the one time that she decided to stand up for herself with Sasha Banks, everybody kind of put it on Sasha and was like, "Oh, it's her, it's her, it's her," and she's just dragging Mercedes, Trinity into this. And it was like, no, like Trinity been there long enough to see all this bullshit and know what everything that's going on and know what it's like. But you know what happened? She left and she walked her own path and carved her own path outside of WWE. And then
Mm-hmm.
they brought her back because they were like, hey, you know what? Yeah, we fucked up. Like, let's make this right. And she came back and was like, all right, bet, cool, let's make this right. And from when she came back, she was treated as a star. Everybody accepted her as a star again. And to see her get this shining moment, bro, like that was well deserved. That was well deserved. And I don't often say that about wrestling and people deserving stuff because I think it's like you got to earn it. The crowd got to kind of there's a lot of stuff that factors into it. But for all that woman has done for this business and been through and what she's provided and everything, like, nah, she deserved that one.
So did Mercedes tweet anything when that
Yeah,
happened?
she said
Mhm.
proceed with caution, and she's like, and she went in a Brian Danielson yes gift.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
one thing you ain't got to worry about. Mercedes gonna always ride for Trinity. Like she don't care what
I
company she's
know.
tied to. She gonna always. I wouldn't be surprised if Mercedes wasn't in Texas. She would have been in Atlanta
For sure.
because
That's why I was wondering.
wherever Mercedes is, Trinity is, and wherever Trinity is, Mercedes is.
Mm-hmm. Like
And
they cover
Bailey
each
usually
other like
too.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, big time, big time.
Yeah.
Bailey was one of the ones that also low key supported both of them, and Bailey's always supported like Bailey's like the real locker room leader is what a lot of people say because when they just had them rounds of releases, Bailey took everybody out to dinner. For the last round of releases. She didn't publish it. The only thing the picture she showed, you could just see a table and people's hands and stuff. But she took everybody out to dinner after they got released and stuff like that, man. So shout out to Bailey for always being the real one.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Overall, how do we feel about Evolution this weekend? I loved it personally.
Me too. I think it was some are saying it was better than the original. I'm not gonna go that far to say
I wouldn't say
better.
it
I
was
think they
better than
were
the original. It was some matches were better than some matches
the
in the
original.
original. If you want to do like a match for match comparison, but
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing, bro. Because I was gonna say like it's like an apples to oranges kind of thing for me with comparing this to the original because like the original was different because of the time frame of what that truly meant at that time. This one is different because of the fact that it was a long time coming to see the return of this, and given the talent that we have, that's arguably better now than it was from that original one, then you're like, okay, this is fire. You know what I'm saying? Like
because
those
we didn't get
matches
that
were
many legends this year,
yeah, we didn't.
which
No,
is
Yeah,
we
we
did.
didn't.
yeah.
I love the fact that they use this one more to prop up the women that are up and coming and are currently in place, as opposed to having to dip back into that bag of nostalgia.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest difference that I saw between this one and the last one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, even though it may sound like prisoner of the moment, and y'all know how I feel about that kind of stuff, but it's like this
Mm-hmm.
one to me was better than the first one simply because it it pushed the women now in the future forward as opposed to let's reach back in the past and pull some of that back and give them their props and their shine and everything. And
Mm-hmm.
I just love because Stephanie won, even though Rebecca still retained her title, it's still like you still had Bird Lady and Becky and I mean Bailey in that match with her.
Mm-hmm.
Um Lash got her moment to shine.
Mm-hmm.
Kalani is gonna be basically female Kofi now in these battle royals and women royal rumbles. Like she got
Mm-hmm.
her spot.
Mm-hmm.
That match between Jade and Naomi was supposed to be the icing on the cake of their feud. And even though it may not rival that Charlotte Becky last woman standing match from the first one, it was a damn good match.
Mm-hmm.
It was a damn good match. And they really brought it to each other. And I was just like, oh shit. I found myself saying, oh shit, like several times
Mm-hmm.
during that match. And
Yeah,
I'm like, you
bro, that
know,
TV spot, oh my God.
bro.
I was like, oh shoot. And they said smoke. I was like, oh, I ain't even
Bruh.
see that. I was like, bruh, what?
They really brought it. And EO and Rhea were having a damn good match.
Mm-hmm.
And for anybody who says Naomi messed that match up,
Go to hell.
I'm not gonna
Oh,
say what I really want to say, but just
Fuck off.
know
I'll
that
say it for you.
thank you,
who the
Gresh, because
hell?
bro,
Oh.
it was highlight. Trust me. Don't even worry about it. Don't waste your breath. Don't even waste brain space trying to look it up. But
Mm-hmm.
there were idiots saying that Naomi ruined a good match. No, she didn't. She fucking added to it, you dumbasses.
You can tell when people say stuff out of emotion just to and
Mm-hmm.
don't realize how stupid they sound because they was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh my god, when's the like They was trying to dispute the fact that she made it a triple threat, and I'm like, It was like, I was like, well, here's your little history lesson for y'all who like to complain. The only two people who announced that they was going to cash in beforehand were RBD and John Cena.
Thank you.
The only person who announced that they was going to cash in after a match was Edge, twice.
Thank you.
And everybody else has cashed in during the match.
Thank you.
So,
bro, like, and this was perfect because we getting this banger of a match, and they were building on this storyline between the rivalry that these two ladies have had going back, 4 or 5 years. And Rhea has never beaten Io.
Still hasn't.
Bro, this is what I'm.
This is why you watch wrestling, not online.
Because that storyline still goes on. The next time these two have a one-on-one match, you still ain't beating bitch. And like Rhea still has to overcome that psychology of, damn, I've never beaten her. And Io is one of the best women's wrestlers in the world. Fuck what you talking about. This is why they put the title on her before Mania. This is why she retained the title at Mania.
Speaking of which,
Speaking
of which, shout out to the fact that we're kind of getting basically the Mania match, only instead of Bianca, we're putting Naomi in there as the champion. So we're pretty much getting that exact match at SummerSlam. Like, pretty much. So I was
speaking of SummerSlam, after Evolution, they pretty much used Raw to start building that up, including the return of Roman Reigns.
Yes.
Hey man, listen.
Shout out to that Jey Uso. That's a cold photo. Shout out to that, man. You know what I'm saying? That was a dope. I'm proud of my right hand man. You did, Get up.
Hey, this was like remember that time where Roman stopped Jay backstage and he was with Jimmy? He was like, you know what? I'm proud of you. And Jay was like, man, oh ye.
Yeah.
Man, fuck you.
I guess it's like, okay, you help me with it. 4 letters, 1 word.
But cool this again. And I ain't gonna hold you. And it could change over time, but the way that he took out both Bronze with ease, made me side-eye the future of that faction. I was like, wait a minute.
Bro, I was thinking the same thing. But
are you finna fall into the new bloodline territory? Because as soon as Roman came back, everybody got fucked.
But but bro, Roman. Roman, bro. He got to get his jiff in. That was his superhero moment. He had to come in there. Oh yeah, I'm back now. I owe you.
OTC won.
Yeah. Gresh got bloodline fatigue, so anything bloodline related is like,
all right, nigga.
Hey, but shout out to that moment with him and Punk, because that had to be a real moment, bro. Because it's like he didn't even try to help that nigga up at all. Punk was just like, all right. He reached his hand out like, damn, you ain't gonna help me out. He just got up like, all right, nigga, screw you then. I'm gonna get up myself. I'm like, hello, I'm here fighting this battle too, Last time I saw you, we were both getting our asses whooped. You know what I'm saying?
He probably still blames him for losing his wise man. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
Even though it's like, he one thing about Roman, he doesn't take responsibilities for his own action. He blames other people.
He does.
I didn't abuse Jay. He just didn't accept my tough love.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, good point.
Sometimes it ain't your fault. Sometimes it's other people's fault. Sometimes you have to look in the mirror.
Yeah, you didn't perceive my my intentions the right way. So that's on you.
Solo got cocky. He got ahead of himself and thought he was the head of the table.
Because you see it.
Huh?
I don't know exactly what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah. Okay.
You're not about to gaslight me into believing this nigga. This nigga is at
fault.
Bro,
listen, as like the oldest cousin on one side of the family and the second oldest, but still like the de facto like big cousin on the other side of the family, I get where Roman coming from, bro. I'm sorry.
I'm big cuzzo to a lot of people, and I don't do that shit.
Bro, bro. Listen.
But nah, I get it. And speaking of Punk, he's the number one contender for Gunther's World Heavyweight Championship.
Say,
Well,
man.
Seth
I'm
can't
loving
stop him from winning it. So
I mean, he could send somebody. He could be like Seth. If he's out where he can't wrestle, I feel like he should still be active in some way, shape, or form. Put him in a wheelchair,
like Kurt Angle when he was GM
like
in
Bret
that
Hart
wheelchair.
when he
Oh.
when Bret Hart in the '90s when he was hurt.
Oh, I love the fact I want Seth to be gone off TV. I want Heyman, like I said earlier, to keep carrying that briefcase. And then Seth just pop out. Remember that time when he came back after that injury and he attacked Roman?
Mm-hmm.
I want Seth to do the same damn thing except to cash in that briefcase on whoever got the title.
All right.
That could work. All right, cool. I'm with it.
But see, the hater in me, me personally, I would see to it that Punk still lose. Seth ain't a real hater if Punk wins.
Facts.
He's not a real hater.
Facts.
Because a real hater will make sure, even if I'm in the hospital bed, I was sending a video like, gotcha, bitch, and then just end the video. That's all he gotta do. He ain't gotta get involved. All he gotta do is like,
this
like,
is true.
Just hate from the hospital bed. That's like
catch that nigga in a highly fashionable hospital outfit in a hospital bed, laughing.
Hey,
that's it.
With a blinged out knee brace.
Yep, that's it.
Oscar got one, Charlotte got one, and I think somebody else done had one. Bruh, Seth got okay. That would be the only thing that I would hope is that if he comes back on TV before he's fully recovered, the knee brace got to match the aura and the fit. That's all I ask.
Yeah.
That's all I ask.
Yeah, that's fair.
But how we feel, like they announced a couple of matches for SummerSlam. So how we feeling overall right now? Because I'm pretty sure if we had to put Naomi the triple threat between Naomi, Io, and Rhea, and Gunther and CM Punk, would you consider these two to be your night 1 and night 2 main events respectively?
No, because we got Cody and Cena.
Okay, so Cody and Cena. So where would you put? Which one would you, as your early prediction? Like, I'm not saying because we still got to see how they build these matches of importance. Because I feel like main events always come up like who is more important in the build. Do you see the women main event night 1, or do you see the men main event night 1?
They probably gonna have Gunther and Punk main event night 1, and then Cody and Cena main event night 2.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like,
honest with you, because it's Punk and Gunther for a title, and then it's Cena and Cody again running back, the Mania rematch. So that's why I think that.
Yeah, I was curious.
I was gonna agree, and as I mentioned about this being a copy and paste WrestleMania triple threat, just without the same black woman, they switched the black woman for another. It's just gonna be the same case. That's it.
Bro, that sounds so crazy. Like the first time you said it was wild enough, but then when you repeat it, now that we got the graphic on the screen, it's like, God damn.
They really did change the black woman. They went from they just changed the complexion. They just changed the hue. They changed the hue on the black woman.
And like, hey, turn the darkness up and put the belt on them.
Flip it.
Yeah,
switch
pretty
it.
much.
Rub it down.
Much. They said screw it.
Let's cream in the coffee this time, damn it.
Yeah, I mean.
Man, you about to make me fall out this chair, bro. That's pretty much. So get ready, guys. It's gonna open up the show. Just get ready.
Yeah. Also, we're getting Becky and Lyra in a rematch.
Slap.
I'm finally glad that the Woo is catching on with Lyra too. So that's a plus.
Yeah, they're actually catching on with it. Now they just need to be more on beat and understand you don't do it every single time.
It's white people. It's white
God
people.
damn,
Okay.
like
Bro, I still go back to they didn't show her vignette package that they showed in NXT when she appeared on the main roster, and this is why we have that disconnect.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, the funny thing is, if they show that package, us calling her a bird is even more dumb because it's more in depth than that, than just her being a bird.
Bro, it's deeper, way deeper than that, and it's like, you know what? All right, cool. Whatever y'all say, bro. Like I'm not about to argue with y'all because I saw the video package, so I know what it means.
Oh, I did too.
Me
That's
too.
what I'm saying.
But I find it hilarious because my girl does
I'm
not
talking
like.
about from the perspective of the main roster. They probably like, if we show this,
Oh, yeah,
everybody's gonna look dumb because why are y'all calling this lady a bird when it ain't got fucking nothing to do with a bird?
You know what? It's like whatever, man. I'm tired of arguing with people about this shit.
And then we got this one made official. Jade Cargill challenging Tiffany Stratton. This match is gonna be interesting.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
They cooked that a few like about a month or so ago on SmackDown, man. And I heard people poo-pooing this when it was announced or when it was suggested or it looked like it was going in that direction or whatever. And I'm like, bruh, y'all thinking one green, the other one green, they're not gonna have a good match. But the same shit people thought a few weeks ago when they had that match and they fucking cooked on SmackDown. Underestimate them two ladies if y'all want to, because Jade wants to be a star, and we've seen her make strides since she came back from the injury, making that movie or whatever. And we've seen Tiffany put on good matches. I mean, she's had a few matches with Nia and put on good matches, but that
The
match
match with
Charlotte,
Trish.
that match with Charlotte was a banger at Mania. The match with Trish at Evolution was good. Her and Jade, like I said, had a good match. Like Tiffany's been able to put together some good matches, and Jade has made strides in the ring. So
You think they finally course correct them? Because at Evolution, Tiffany was acting more of a heel.
you know that
When she
whole
won, snatched
heel
the arm away.
face, who gonna do this, who gonna do that, whatever. Like as long as the build is there, I'm cool with it, and I'm gonna rock with it. However they
Oh
decide
no,
to
that's
go.
what I'm saying. Like I'm asking because I feel like they need to solidify that, because that's where a disconnect can happen too. Is like they don't know who to cheer for.
Yeah.
But the thing is like sometimes do you have to pick a side? Sometimes
Yes.
can it be split down the middle?
No. I'm just playing.
These guys, I swear.
He's like, I'm trying to prove it.
Y'all trying to give me more gray hair.
Yes.
You are correct, sir.
But no, like I get your point though, Gresh. I do get your point, because it's like you want to kind of like they both have to draw a line in the sand and you know define their positioning and where they're coming from on this. And to me, however they decide to go ahead and do it is going to be interesting. But I can't wait to see how they ramp this up in the next couple of weeks. And I think the best thing to do is for Tiffy to be on her high horse and like, I've done this and I beat this person, I beat that person, and you're just gonna be next in line. And Jay should be like, well, bitch, this is the reason why I got this title shot right now. Like, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Yeah.
And go from there. Just like base it off how the crowd reacts to their initial face-off promo or whatever, and then build from there. Don't always just try to force us into and like we're gonna do this and this is how we're gonna do it. And no, we gotta stick to the plan. No, sometimes you gotta ebb and flow with things. So feel it out and then go from there.
I feel like we'll definitely see where they're going with it after Friday, because I believe Naomi is officially on Raw. I'm pretty sure they're probably going to move Jimmy over there as well at some point,
which is good for him. It's good for
because they try not to split up husband and wife behind the scene. But then again, the way that there's no definitive roster right now, she'll probably be on both shows. Who knows?
That's also another good thing too, is like there's a lot of fluidity. And I want to say, I can't even remember in credit what source I saw this from, but they were supposed to be like a other there's supposed to be like another roster shakeup or something.
I hope so.
I think sometime soon. So I can't remember where I read it, where I saw it, or who said it or whatever, but I just remember seeing that was one of the things. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be interesting to see how everything unfolds in the next couple of weeks. And that is our show, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you guys enjoyed us digging and digesting this interesting weekend of professional wrestling, looking ahead towards the road to SummerSlam, as well as whatever is next in AEW. John Moxley is no selling the finish because he's in another tag team match on
Trios match.
tomorrow. So
Mhm.
there's that.
Oh, great.
Before we get out of here, song of the week for this week. Because I feel like I'm gonna write these. I'm gonna get y'all to send me y'all songs because I'm gonna curate a playlist so that everybody can
For sure.
listen to them. But
Okay.
what song y'all feeling this week that y'all played on a constant on y'all commute or during y'all endeavors this weekend?
I'm
Okay,
not
let's
gonna
get it.
lie. It was Clips, The Birds Don't Sing.
Really? That was a good one. That was
I
a good
felt
one.
that one on a few different levels, but yeah, The Birds Don't Sing.
See, and it's funny you went that route because I too was going Clips, but you already know I gotta go Chains and Whips, man. You know bro. You know
Hey,
I was just bumping that Kendrick verse left and right, bro. That boy was rapping like he stole something. I said, studying. Okay, yeah, taking
bro,
notes. Taking notes.
like, and let me tell you, it wasn't even like because I had a bunch of different songs on my like. I swear, I had like 5 songs down. And I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't pick until Gresh just said, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna just go with this one because I've been feeling this one lately.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've had some people that have lost like parents and stuff, lately that I've reached out and checked on or whatever, and different things like that going on
Mm-hmm.
personally, and so it's just like that song really stuck out to me because like that frame of mind that you in when you make a song like that, like
Mm-hmm.
you be really going through it and you want to put your pain somewhere, so you put it on paper or wax or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
I just went with that one. But like that Chains and Whips,
Boy,
buddy,
boy,
buddy.
boy. I was like, oh my God. I'm sitting there riding on the road. I'm like, ooh. I was like, oh my God.
I guess I can round it out and have clips as well. Mike Tyson blow to the face.
Yo.
Banger.
Pusha Malice
Mm-hmm.
complimented clips
Mm-hmm.
perfectly on that track. So
Banger.
I can't knock that. So this is a clips song of the week.
It is literally
And that is our show. Hopefully we see you guys for another 6 years of this podcast. If I feel like keeping it going, let's just be real, because anything that go past then knowing me, I can keep a show going a decade. So hey, we'll be around for a while. So 6 years of GRESH Unleashed, 6 years of good vibes. Congrats to everybody who had good things happening in their life this weekend or this week or recently. And honestly, well wishes to those who did not have such good vibes this weekend. But nevertheless, we will be here as always to try to give you guys some good escapism for 2-ish hours. But with that being said, you guys stay safe out here in these streets and remember to always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. We out. Y'all be breezy. Please touch grass.
Please do.
Yeah.
And wash your hands.
I wish I could touch a steak right